Hey guys, thanks for joining me. So today I'm going to be talking about how I'm living here completely rent-free and actually making some money while doing it. And I'll be talking a little bit about my backstory and hopefully about how you can do the same thing. It's really not that hard. I'm going to kind of break it down. It does take some work, but yeah, let's dive right into it. So it started about 3 years ago. I think my mother it was who recommended Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's an awesome book. So I read that, and it kind of got me interested in real estate investing because it kind of talks about the idea of how you can have your money work for you instead of you continuously working for your money. So every dollar earned, you kind of add that to the next dollar, and then you just send them off and have them go work for you, so that they always, so you're always making money even though you're not physically doing something. So that really intrigued me. As I'm sure it would anybody. So then I started reading some other books, started getting interested in real estate investing, general investing, financial independence. I found out about house hacking, some stuff. So I'll link over here about a video I did about all the books that have really impacted me, and I'd highly recommend them to you as well if you're looking to kind of get into this whole world of financial independence and retiring early or real estate investing, depending on what you're looking for. Or just trying to, generally add some knowledge. They're really good books. So let's dive in. So I learned about all that stuff, and then I went out. I looked into a bunch of things, what I would need to apply. So I applied for an FHA mortgage. So an FHA is a mortgage that is 3.5% down. It's for a 1 to 4 unit property. So a single family to a 4-unit multifamily. It's a first-time home buyer's loan, so it's a really good program. I'd highly recommend you look into that. So yeah, I got approved for that, and then I started analyzing my market. I would look at the properties that would come on every day. I'd go through and I'd sit down and I'd break them down, go through the numbers, see if they worked, and most of them did not for what I was comfortable with it anyways. So I did that, and I just kept learning and getting to know the market really well because I was doing so many properties. I went out and saw 5 to 10 different properties with my agent. None of them really, for different reasons, didn't really work out. But since I had done all that legwork, when I saw the property that I ended up buying come on the market, I instantly knew this property is a really good deal unless it's falling down, which luckily it wasn't. Because I just knew the numbers well enough because I had spent so many hours invested doing that. So I'd highly recommend researching if you're gonna jump into this, so that you don't end up over leveraging yourself or having negative cash flow or anything like that. So I ended up putting in an offer that same day or the next day, and then let me give you a little tip about if you don't have a lot of money, like I didn't have too much at the time. So I put in an offer. It was listed at $199. I put in an offer for, I think it was $185 or something like that, with $6,000 back towards closing. And then they countered, and we ended up at $198 with $6,000 back towards closing. So it wasn't that much off, but I was really comfortable with that because it was such a good deal to start with. So the having the seller give back cash towards closing allows you to take that, so I didn't have to come up with that $6,000, but it wrapped it into the loan. So I do end up having to pay for it over the long term, which is going to cost me more because of the interest on the loan and stuff. But since I'm not personally paying the mortgage, my tenants are, it doesn't really matter that much to me. I'd rather have the cash in hand now as opposed to having to shell that out. So that's just a little tip for you if you're don't have that much cash and you're trying to get into the multifamily, which I assume a lot of you would be interested in that. Another thing is that since you have to live in a FHA, if you're using an FHA loan, you have to live in that property for at least a year as your primary residence. So they had a hoarder living here, which I think was why the price was down. And he was a smoker. His unit was a wreck, so they had to evict him before I took possession of the property. So they evicted him, and me and my then girlfriend, now wife, rehabbed pretty much all of it. We put in new ceilings, ripped out the kitchen, put in new kitchen. We made countertops. We painted everything. It took a long time. It was nights, weekends, mornings. We were just going gun ho. And then we got married in July, and then we moved in. So it's pretty much done now. We have a few things left, as you can probably see, and I might show you some of the house if you guys are interested in that. Let me know. So let me tell you a little bit about the numbers for the house right now. So with my taxes, insurance, and mortgage, I am paying about $1,550 a month. And then I'm renting out the second unit and the third unit, and also a garage. And the third unit's $850, the second unit's $900, and the garage is like $85 a month. So all those together is $1,830 a month. So I'm making a couple $100 a month. So that doesn't like include CapEx. So like if the boiler goes or the roof goes or someone moves out or something, I would have to cover that. But eventually, once I'm able to move out, I'll be making like $1,200 a month. Which will be really useful. So you can just see how like once you get that first property, it can really set you up to get the next property. And then once you have two, like it makes it really easy because now you'll be able to take the income from that plus the income you're earning and slide it into the third property. So it really adds up quickly if you take some time and just a few months out of your life, and it can really like just shove you forward whether you want to or not towards a easy financial life. And it's really helpful. So that's a little bit about what I've done. If you guys found any value in this, if these sounds like something you're interested in, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and help you out any way I can. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm always there. Also, if you'd like to hear more content, give me a subscribe. I'm going to be trying to post a couple times a week and hopefully give you some good content that's not too much fluff. Keep it short and precise and some actionable stuff that can help you guys out. So thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.